Today you and I are going to pull up some old Code 80 Atlas Flex track that's sitting on foam board. We're going to reinstall raised hardboard supports, lay cork on that to pave the way for 3 new turnouts and a new spur on the Iron Horse route. I'm showing it to you right now. Stick around, everybody. It's a good episode. Hey everybody, this is Brian with the Iron Horse route, home of the Denver and Rio Grande Western. Glad to have you here with me today as I complete pulling up the end of my Code 80 Atlas Flex track and foam board. After part 2 of this episode, the layout should be running and should have raised hardboard supports everywhere, Peco Code 80 Flex everywhere. We're also putting in 3 new turnouts and a new spur like I mentioned earlier, and so I'm excited to have you here. If you're new to the channel, I want to encourage you to subscribe and click the bell icon so you can be alerted to future uploads and all that good stuff. Alright, let's get to work, everybody.
And I built this T-loop exactly like I did the Helix, using hardboard and the $1 skewers from Dollar General. The hardboard I get from Lowe's. It's 4x4 or 4x8 sheets. It's 1 1/8 or 1/8 inch, I think. A view from the top, and it was a little tricky. I'm gonna have 3 turnouts up there in the upper left hand corner by that curtain, and it did need to swing out to keep my turn radius proper, so it did have to come out and back in a little in that corner, and it had to facilitate 3 turnouts, as I will show you in a later episode. Those are almost done now, and just a rough cut on the top of these actually looks like it was done with some kind of portable saw. I didn't like the perfect look on that. This is just Elmer's Glue Max. It's not diluted at all, and this is for the beams. I do that top and bottom. I had some difficulty way back there against that curtain as well with supports, so I did drive a nail in there, and it is serving as a support as well, since I couldn't get beams in the back. Right here's where I connected. That's where the new stuff starts, right there in the bottom right hand corner. This stuff does come out solid, y'all. It really does. When it dries, and if you have plenty of beams in there, for the weight that we're doing in scale for certain, I don't know if I'd recommend this thickness of hardboard for HO at all. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't. I'd at least double that. But it's lightweight, it's easy to cut, it's easy to work with. I have found that this fabric glue is fantastic for laying cork, everyone. I got it from Walmart and in the craft section, and it is a fabric glue, and let me tell you something. I can lay that fabric glue down. It dries fairly quickly, but it gives me about 10 minutes to work with it, and I can bend that cork in any way. I barely needed any pins. I just put pins on the ends for good measure, and dried super quick, and I was able to move on. I do recommend the Walmart glue, fabric glue from the fabric section. It's clear bottle. Again, I was talking earlier, the piecing this together was a little challenging to get it exactly like I wanted it. I think I measured twice, and I actually cut 3 different times. There's Jerry, everybody. Actually saw that in a previous episode somewhere, I think, called the Community Roundhouse. That'd be episode 2, and that aired on my channel about a week ago. Go check that out if you have not already. I'll put a card right here, right now for that at the top. And here's a look at the T-loop. I had to go ahead and lay track in there and get it tested. This is the only track work that I'll show in this video, but it did have to be put in because the next level that's coming around is going to go over top of that, and I didn't want to lay track under a support. So I went ahead and laid the track in, and just using a PVA, alcohol, and water mixture. It's about 60% PVA, 20% alcohol, 20% water. And here is where I discovered that my brilliant self and my thorough planning led to me ordering the wrong size curved turnout. I had to order another, and it came in already, and we were able to proceed. I needed a curved turnout to go in that upper left hand corner on the second level to have the extension line come in back there, and you'll learn more about that in part 2 as well. So just a look again, the way this is laid in, I can wet it and pull it up. That's PVA, water, and alcohol, about 60, 20, 20. 60% for the PVA. Alright, and the quick little test. This is double timed, so y'all don't have to. I just like to watch the train go back and forth a few times on it, even if I don't detect any errors. Things look good, time to press forward. And so there is the third cut. If you see, I cut a notch in back there. I actually did a little more, like I said, the third cut had a lot more work that went into it. That little white block down there is what I use to ensure I've got proper clearance everywhere. I got about 5 of those, and there you see 2, and I just use those everywhere. I'm going above a level, and that ensures that I have clearance where I need. Drilled lots of holes, lots of my favorite skewers. Again, we invented this idea, my friend Vince and I, right over here in this area when I laid some adjacent supports in a previous playlist, and I put a card for that right in the top right now. And that you see a lot of track work and stuff in there as well. And here is the kind of projection for what's going to happen. It didn't turn out exactly like that, shocker, huh? But it was close, and you will see more about how that track and those turnouts were laid in and tested, etc., and all that in part 2 that should be coming probably in about 10 days. And the same method, just snipped them, PVA. That's straight PVA on those beams, bottom and top. And here we go with our fabric glue and our cork, and again just pinning the ends for good measure. And as you can see, I like using that. It's probably no more expensive than caulk, maybe a little bit, but it was accessible as well. And so just playing with where I want that curved turnout to go. There's the right hand curved turnout that I ordered that came in. It ended up going in that upper left hand corner, and you'll see more about that in part 2 as well.
One more thing from you. If you haven't already, I need you to click right here, or click here, or here, or here, anywhere to stick around. Just stick around.